And when you sing, people would say?
Yeah, they would say. They got me into comedy because the people started laughing during my singing. You don't sing that again? Oh, no, I guess not. So I started doing comedy ad-lib, you know, making like a joke.
Yeah.
And I ended up doing jokes.
And then got completely out of the singing business.
You ought to do that. Because I started playing the piano. I couldn't sing, you know, couldn't play piano either. So I played piano and sang to this one note. I knew one note. Dun, 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 my funny Valentine. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, that's it. Some people do like that, yeah.
Get on the stage!
Yeah.
Tell some jokes!
Yes.
Oh, that's funny.
So I had that, and I enjoyed it, though. I had fun.
Yeah. Okay, now we're going to go. We have a little clip here of Harlem Nights. I don't know what the scene is. Do you know what
I don't know.
You have no idea at all, huh?
I don't know.
It's a nice clip.
Well, I assume he's in it.
He is in it.
Okay.
Good. Anyway, it takes place in Harlem and has to do with gangsters and nightclubs and whatever, huh? So, watch the monitor. You don't sing in it, right?
No.
It looks like the competition stopped by to pay us a little visit to check us out. That's Tommy Smalls, runs the Pittyback Club.
Yeah, I know that's Smalls, but who's that girl with her? She is beautiful.
Wait a minute, man. Don't mess around with her. That's the mistress of a famous gangster up here by the name of Bugsy Calhoun.
That's Calhoun's girl?
Yeah.
I heard about her. What would a woman that fine want in a big, fat, nasty, greasy, fat, stank, bloated, cheesy, back, 12 sandwich-eating bastard? What does she want with her?
She likes fat guys.
That's funny. Outside of that, he's very likable. Have you seen the whole picture?
Yes.
Yes.
Son, seen it last night. That was a premiere.
Yeah.
Thanks.
When you...
Well, you were the one.
Yeah. When you watch yourself, you find it... knowing you, and I think I know you a little bit, you find it uncomfortable to watch yourself.
Yes, I do. But last night, it was the second time I'd seen it, so
Yeah.
I sat there a little better
Yeah.
than last night. I mean, the first time I saw it, I left, 20 minutes of it was still on.
Right.
But, I mean, I have that hard time. Do most actors that, you know?
I think
have
so.
that?
Yeah, they don't like to look at the finished product.
Yeah, they like to go and say, well, go on in, and they go to the men's room or something.
Yeah,
Wait
because
till
they
it's
always
over.
say when they look at it, I could have done something else, I could have been better here and so forth. Anyway, I thank you for coming tonight.
Thank you for
Putting
having
up with
me.
the traffic.
Thank you
Anytime.
very much.
Come back and see us. We'll be back.
If I had a Z, it'd be silver. No, black. And I'd take it to a racetrack. Hold it. Nah, drive it cross country. That's what I'd do. Wait, Germany. Yeah, now that'd be epic. Running a Z flat out on the Autobahn. Too bad you can't drive to Europe.
Did you know if you're an MCI, Execunet, or a Sprint Dial 1 customer and your business spends over $50 a month, you could be in the wrong plan. You can save money with the new AT&T Pro Watts, and we're going to make it easy. We're so sure that you'll see the difference. We'll pay to sign you up, we'll pay to switch you over, and if you're not satisfied within 90 days, we'll even pay to switch you back. All you have to do is call us, 1-800-222-0400. New AT&T Pro Watts, another AT&T advantage.
Come on, Ron. After 15 years, you're going to quit and work for Midway Airlines.
I think so.
Why? Money?
It's not money, and it sounds corny to me, man.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
Hey, Midway believes in me.
What?
For once, I can make a difference. I can help make flying better. And I like that. Does that sound corny?
No, that is corny.
Midway Airlines, what flying should be.
I like the quality at Marshall's, and I like the bargains that you get here.
The newest boots are at Marshall's. All weather and short leather styles, just $19.99. That's 50% off or more at Marshall's. The first name and brand names for less.
If you're not a Marshall's shopper, I think you should go into the store and you'll be pleasantly surprised.
Marshall's winter jackets are easy to warm up to, down and poly-filled, and priced at just $49.99. And that's 50% off or more at Marshall's. The first name and brand names for less.
Okay. My next guest is the Soviet Union's most prominent female broadcaster, who's reporting on Channel 4 here in the United States for the past week, in an exchange, I think, with Jess Marlowe from KNBC, who spent some time in the Soviet Union. Would you welcome, please, Svetlana Starodomskaya. It's a pleasure to have you here.
The same feeling.
And you were supposed to be here last night, and I guess you got a first-hand look at the way American television sometimes works, especially this show. It doesn't sometimes run according to schedule.
Really, I just watched. And do you know what I thought? That your jokes are not Russian jokes.
They're not Russian jokes? And in what way?
In what way? That got to me, because we should have a universal humor. Because we have American humor, we have Russian humor.
Right.
Now we mostly play political jokes.
Right.
And you play here human jokes. But I should say American jokes, based on your life.
Right.
To me, they were very strange.
Very strange.
I couldn't.
Well, that is a... You're not alone. That is a view often shared by our audience here. Sometimes. They say very strange. I have to apologize last night for not having you on the show, and I understand...
It's okay.
When somebody came back to you and said you are bumped...
Instead of just coming to you, I lectured for 2 hours.
Did you?
I was happy.
Yeah. What do you... now, you've been on how long?
For 2 weeks now. The day after tomorrow, we fly to Colorado.
Right. Are you enjoying yourself?
Oh, marvelously.
Yeah. Now, you're referred to often, and I don't know whether you particularly care for that, but as the Barbara Walters...
I knew that you will answer.
Yeah.
I strongly protest against
You do, huh? Strongly protest.
Because, you know, I am not so popular, and I'm not so rich.
Now, someone told me, and if you don't wish to answer this, please don't. What would your salary be? Do you broadcast, I understand, to almost 150 million people in the Soviet Union?
I told Nicky, the reporter from Los Angeles Times, in Soviet Union it is 260 rubles, which in some $400 a month.
$300 or $400 per month?
Yeah.
Oh.
Great sum of money.
Yes. What do you think when you come over here and you find out that Miss Walters and some of the newscasters receive well over $1 million per year?
I would buy, if I were you, a rocket.
A rocket? Come back and stay here.
Just use it. Go through all of the countries, to your place, to my place, to Colorado. Just no time spent flight.
Can I ask you?
May I ask you some questions?
You certainly may.
Is it possible?
Of course.
So, would you like to undergo perestroika in your city of angels?
I sure would.
In what kind? How could you?
I think I've never been to Russia. I think to clear up a lot of misconceptions that we probably have about the Russian people. You must have come here and found out that, I guess, people think, well, the Russians are unfriendly. I think if you have an interchange and get the humor, I think would do it.
Johnny, you have a marvelous smile.
Right.
Have anybody told you about that?
A nice smile?
Yeah.
Well, it just comes naturally, yeah.
And then that occurred to me to ask you, do you ever cry?
Certainly. Oh, yeah.
Can't imagine.
Oh, yeah, I can sit and watch a motion picture. Every time they play Old Yeller. Or Bambi, I go completely... Oh, yeah, sure, I don't think it's macho at all not to cry.
And do you know that if you laugh, it prolongs your life?
Laughter does prolong your life. That is true.
And you'll live until 20 years old.
I hope so.
Oh, 2000.
Yeah, not 20. I'm way by that.
2000, I'm sorry.
What would you say, Svetlana, is the biggest misconception that Americans have about Russian people? Biggest misconception?
Misconception? That they think that we can't play jokes, that we are too hard thinking, too serious, you know? This is not so.
It's not. Friends I have known who've gone to Russia come back and say that people are so open and friendly. They'll stop you on the street and they want to know what's happening.
Sure.
Yeah.
This is so. Please come and you will experience this yourself.
I would love to come to Russia. Let me ask you something about Russian television. I know little about it. Is it controlled mainly by the state? Do you have commercial networks like we do have here?
Yes, we have now commercials because we now understand that we can make some money using those commercials.
Right.
So now we begin to use our commercials, but they're very bad.
Bad
very
commercials?
dull, very
commercials?
dull. And I have come here just to learn how to your commercials go. And I like your commercials.
So they spend sometimes more money on the commercials.
I think that this is a sort of information.
Right.
You know, I can just know a lot of things just watching your commercials.
It's another art form over here.
Sure.
What is your impression of, you're probably tired of answering this question.
No.
What is your impression of Los Angeles? Is it
Doubled.
a double impression?
Yes. On one side you have a paradise. On the other, the opposite side.
What do you mean by that? Paradise?
Paradise, wonderful palm trees, suns, weather, smiling people. On the other, your police hardworking, capturing criminals,
right,
and drug dealers. And I, watching this, the way our camera was stolen, immediately, like a miracle.
I saw
so
you.
So that this is a...
I saw at the airport. At the airport, they stole your camera, didn't they?
Could happen only in Los Angeles.
You mean it wouldn't be possible for me to go to Russia and somebody might steal my camera? Is that what you're saying?
Chances would be less than here.
So why do you think that is?
Well, because that happened. We traveled a lot.
Right.
And this is for the first time we experienced such a tragedy.
Now, somebody said you are rather enamored. I don't know if that's the right word, but you went to a gym, a health...
Yes. Here in Los Angeles.
Yeah, what did you think of that?
I think that it's a very good thing that Americans go in for sports like that, but they don't go to the theaters and movies and don't read books. They just spend their energy there, most of them.
Probably too much television also.
I don't know. Okay. I don't know. Just on the contrary, I should say that your show is popular, but some are not.
Yeah. Do you think a show like this, did they have anything like this in
Russia?
In Russia
in
at all?
Soviet
This
Union?
kind of a program?
You know, we have such kind of program. We don't have such anchor people. Like
anchor
you,
people.
Like you. But music, jokes, many people come and just tell political anecdotes and some other anecdotes, and we have people. But what is the difference? You don't show the audience. And we show the faces of those who watch the program.
Okay. In the interest of perestroika. There you are. Okay?
Okay, thank you. It was a beautiful.
Sit down. Now you see how... See what you started here now?
Yes. Let it be the very beginning.
We just have a short time left. What would be... could comedians do the kind of jokes that I do about our political figures here in Russia and get away with it?
We do.
Oh,
you can't even imagine how we do that.
Yeah. So political humor is a staple of Russia.
Yes, a lot of political, mainly political now, because now we're changing a lot of problems in all spheres of our life.
Right.
And humor and criticism helps a lot.
Yeah.
This is something that really keeps you.
Yeah. Well,
it's just take your experience.
Yeah. It's marvelous to have you here tonight.
So thank you, and I'm so glad that you invited me to come here, because yesterday I watched you only. Today I can shake your hand.
Thank you. Thank you. We'll be right back.
My mouth has a terrible time waking up in the morning. Come on. You know why? Most cereals bore it to sleep, but not Quaker Natural cereal. Once you taste Quaker Natural, everything else is just cornflakes.
I love what you do for me, Toyota. I love how you set me free, Toyota.
Toyota's new four-wheel drive, four-door 4Runner for 1990. Space, luxury, and V6 power. Where you go is your concern. Getting you back is ours.
Today, lots of sweeteners boast about their advanced technical breakthroughs. We're proud to say we haven't needed a product improvement in over 2,000 years. 100% pure natural sugar, the sweetener only nature could make.
When he was the sweetest little girl from the day she was born. There's not a nurse on the floor that wouldn't agree she's the nicest little girl ever.
Wendy is a little girl with a serious illness. She has cancer. But thanks to extraordinary treatments, Wendy and many other New England cancer patients have renewed hope. Medical reporter Jean Blake shows us their struggles and the miraculous treatments that are healing cancer. Monday at 6.
An Eyewitness News special series from WBZ TV4.
The curve of a slave, the beauty of a